It starts quietly, too quietly for a Brown family secret. The kind of silence that always means something's about to break. Coyote Pass looks golden in the Arizona sun, the land they once called their dream. But dreams fade. And on this particular morning, two women sit across from a real estate developer in a downtown Flagstaff office. Ready to sell it all. Meri's hands shake just slightly as she signs her initials on the first page. Janelle keeps her expression neutral, controlled, businesslike, but her pulse races. Two signatures. Two lives changing. The papers slide across polished wood, and the developer's voice breaks the tension. Once escrow clears, the transfer is legally binding. Congratulations, ladies. You're about to be free. Freedom. That word hits like thunder. They exchange a look. Half relief, half fear. Because selling the land isn't just business. It's rebellion. It's cutting the last tie to Kody Brown's control. Back at Coyote Pass, the red dirt still smells like rain. The wooden stakes marking lot boundaries stick out of the ground like splinters of old promises. Kody once said this land would unite them forever. Now, it's the battlefield that will tear them apart. Sometimes freedom costs more than loyalty can afford. That evening, as the desert cools, Janelle drives past Robyn's house. Lights blaze inside. Shadows move fast behind the curtains. She feels the pressure in her chest. The secret could explode at any second. Meri calls her, whispering, "The paperwork's done. It's officially an escrow." Janelle exhales, shaky. Then we don't look back. But someone is looking. A neighbor's phone camera catches Meri leaving the title office. The clip lands in Robyn's inbox before midnight. The next morning, Robyn storms into Kody's home office. "Did you know about this?" she shouts, shoving her phone at him. He blinks at the video, confusion giving way to rage. Meri and Janelle can't sell what they don't fully own. He growls. Robyn's voice cracks, but her eyes are cold. "Then we stop them. I'm filing for injunction today." What begins as a sale quickly turns into a legal war. The courthouse smells of coffee and nerves. Meri's lawyer adjusts his tie. Janelle clutches her binder of documents, her voice steady but heart-pounding. Across the aisle, Robyn and Kody sit together. Angry, united, dangerous. Christine slips quietly into the back row. She's not a witness yet, but she will be. Because she knows what Kody did years ago, something even Robyn doesn't. The judge enters. The gavel falls. Silence. Robyn's attorney speaks first. "Your Honor, my client believes this transaction constitutes spousal fraud under Arizona law. These women acted in bad faith to dispose of marital assets without consent." The judge looks to Meri. "Mrs. Brown?" Meri's voice trembles but doesn't break. "Your Honor, we all invested in that land, but the promise was broken. Kody never built. He never even paid the taxes. We're selling to protect what's left." Kody stands. "You can't sell my land out from under me." The judge warns, "Sit down, Mr. Brown." The courtroom air feels heavier than desert heat. Everyone senses history shifting. Janelle rises next. "This isn't about spite. It's survival. We gave up everything waiting for a dream that never came." Her lawyer presents bank records, proof of years of unpaid maintenance, broken deadlines, false loan applications. Each exhibit lands like a hammer. Kody fidgets, jaw tight. Robyn whispers furiously to her counsel. Then Christine is called. She walks to the stand, calm but electric. "I'm here to tell the truth," she says. "Kody tried to remortgage the land behind our backs in 2020. I have the emails." Gasps ripple. The judge leans forward. "Proceed." Christine recounts how she discovered the attempted refinance through an accountant friend, how Kody claimed the land would be collateral for a family business loan. Robyn covers her mouth. Kody mutters, "That's not true." Christine turns, voice trembling but fierce. "You signed the application, Kody. I saw your name." Every word tightens the noose around years of hidden lies. The judge orders a brief recess. Cameras flash outside. TLC crews pretending they're not filming, but everyone knows this will air. Meri and Janelle stand by the marble railing, their faces pale but determined. Meri whispers, "We can't back out now." Janelle nods. "Even if it destroys him?" Meri's eyes glisten. "He destroyed us first." Back inside, Robyn's lawyer changes strategy. "Your Honor, even if these women signed a sale, the property's original deed remains joint marital property. We request the court compel production of the original title." The judge turns slowly to Meri. "Do you have it?" Her heart stutters. She looks down at her purse, fingers trembling over the zipper. For years, she kept that folded paper tucked between old receipts. Just in case this day came, she nods weakly. "Yes, Your Honor." The entire room goes silent as Meri reaches into her purse, every eye locked on her shaking hand. The sound of paper rustles louder than anyone expects. Meri's trembling fingers pull the folded document free, its edges yellowed from time. For a second, she just stares at it. The deed that carries more weight than any promise Kody ever made. The courtroom feels frozen. Robyn's eyes dart from Meri's purse to Kody's face, searching for something. Fear, guilt, anything. But Kody only glares ahead, jaw set, waiting for control to swing back to him. The judge clears his throat. "Mrs. Brown, the court needs to verify authenticity. Please hand it to the bailiff." Meri hesitates. Then, slowly, she lets it go. When you've held a lie for years, the hardest part is finally letting go of the proof. The bailiff passes the paper up. Everyone leans forward as the judge unfolds it, reading in silence. Then his brow furrows. This is unusual. The listed owner here is not what current records reflect. Whispers ripple through the courtroom. Robyn whispers harshly to Kody. What does he mean? Kody doesn't answer. His knuckles turn white, gripping the table. The judge continues. According to this deed, dated 2018, the registered title includes the names Meri Brown and Janelle Brown, not Robyn Brown. The silence that follows is electric. Robyn's face drains of color. She blurts out, "That can't be real. It was updated." The judge glances up. "Do you have proof of an update?" Robyn's lawyer stands, voice shaky. "Your Honor, we will provide the 2020 amendment, if the court grants time to retrieve it." The judge nods, unimpressed. "You have until tomorrow morning." Kody finally speaks, his tone sharp but shaking. "That document doesn't mean anything. The land was always meant to be joint. We just hadn't refiled yet." Meri's voice cuts through the tension. "No, Kody, you refiled without us." Her words hang heavy in the air, each syllable colder than stone. Sometimes the truth doesn't need volume, it just needs timing. The judge orders the hearing to recess for lunch. The moment they step outside, reporters swarm the steps, microphones flashing like sparks. "Meri, did you plan this sale behind Kody's back?" "Janelle, is it true you're selling Coyote Pass for revenge?" Janelle shields her face, muttering, "They make it sound like a soap opera." Meri exhales, bitter. "Isn't that what our lives became?" Inside a parked car nearby, Christine sits with her phone recording everything. She's not filming for TLC this time. She's documenting for court, her own insurance. Meanwhile, in a side hallway, Robyn paces furiously, mascara smudged under her eyes. "He promised me that land was ours," she says through clenched teeth. Kody leans in close, voice low. "Calm down. We can fix this." They're bluffing. But even he doesn't believe it. Because what no one knows yet is that the escrow transfer has already hit the developer's system. The sale is almost final. Back in her car, Meri stares at her phone screen. A new text flashes from the developer. "Escrow cleared, funds pending wire confirmation." Her breath catches. "It's done," she whispers. The closer freedom gets, the louder fear becomes. Later that night, Meri meets Janelle at a small diner off Route 66. The neon sign outside flickers between pink and blue. Open 24 hours, though neither woman feels awake. Janelle leans over her coffee, exhaustion in her voice. "You realize if this goes through, Kody could file for damages, right?" Meri stirs her cup, watching the swirl. "He can't claim ownership on what he abandoned." Janelle sighs. "He'll try anyway." They talk quietly, the hum of the diner masking their words. Each memory, each argument, plays like a ghost between them. The dreams of Coyote Pass. The night Kody promised they'd build 4 homes side by side. The morning they learned he'd mortgaged one of them without a word. Meri whispers, "I used to believe he'd change. That if I stayed loyal, he'd finally see me." Janelle looks up, eyes soft. "He saw you. He just never respected you." Forgiveness feels impossible when betrayal becomes a habit. The next morning, the courtroom is packed. Reporters, TLC producers, and even a few fans who manage to sneak in through public seating. The judge takes his seat, firm and unreadable. Court resumes. Has the defense produced their version of the deed? Robyn's lawyer nods, handing over a file. The judge studies it carefully, then frowns. "Interesting. This 2020 deed appears digitally filed, but there's no notary stamp." Murmurs echo. Meri leans forward. "That's because it was forged." The judge looks up. "Can you substantiate that claim?" Janelle slides a folder across. "Our attorney subpoenaed county records. The electronic log shows the upload came from Kody's personal account." Robyn gasps. "No, that's not possible." But the judge has already seen enough. Mr. Brown, can you explain why your personal credentials were used to alter public property filings? Kody opens his mouth, closes it, opens it again. Words won't come. The cameras capture every second of his silence. Finally, he snaps. I did what I had to do. That land was meant for my family, not for them to sell off. Janelle rises sharply. Your family? You mean Robyn and her kids? The judge bangs the gavel. Order! But order is long gone. The courtroom erupts. Robyn begins to sob, her lawyer trying to calm her. Meri stands frozen, clutching her purse again. Christine watches, expression unreadable, until she pulls out a small envelope. Your Honor, Christine says, I have something that might help the court understand. The judge motions her forward. She steps up, hands trembling slightly, and places the envelope on the bench. These are the bank transfers tied to the land taxes. Every payment Janelle and Meri made after Kody stopped contributing. The judge nods. Thank you, Ms. Brown, Kody mutters under his breath. You're all turning on me. Christine turns, her voice soft but deadly. No, Kody, you turned first. When loyalty collapses, even silence sounds like justice. The judge announces, this court will now order a forensic audit of all Coyote Pass transactions. Until its completion, no party may alter, sell, or refinance the property. Meri's breath catches. No, we were so close. Janelle grips her hand. It's not over yet. The gavel drops. Adjourned until further notice. Outside, rain begins to fall. A rare Flagstaff storm. Reporters swarm again, asking if the sale is still on, if Kody will appeal. Meri doesn't answer. She just looks up at the clouds, whispering, we started this for freedom. Maybe freedom needs a fight. As the lightning flashes, Robyn watches them from under the courthouse awning. Her mascara streaked down her cheeks. She turns to Kody, voice trembling but furious. If they take this land, I'll never forgive you. Kody stares into the rain, eyes hollow. They won't. I'll make sure of it. But that night, a single email leaks online, confirming the escrow is already processed. And by morning, the Browns' private war becomes national news. By sunrise, the Browns aren't just a family anymore, they're a headline. The leaked email spreads like wildfire across social media. Coyote Pass sale finalized, Meri and Janelle cut Kody out. Screenshots circulate faster than truth can catch up. Meri wakes to the buzz of her phone vibrating nonstop on the nightstand. She scrolls through messages, some supportive, others cruel. Finally, you're free, one says. Another sneers. Selling your family's dream for cash? Cold. Her stomach turns. She didn't want fame. She wanted peace. Meanwhile, Janelle's phone lights up with calls from reporters, podcast hosts, even TLC producers wanting comment. She shuts it off. Outside her window, rain still falls from last night's storm. Thin, relentless, cleansing yet heavy. Sometimes exposure feels like justice, until you realize you've lost privacy, too. At Robyn's mansion, chaos brews. She's pacing barefoot, still in her robe, hair tangled, eyes red from crying. Kody's sitting on the couch, scrolling through online news, jaw tight, fury simmering. They've turned the world against us, Robyn says. Even the network's calling it Coyote Pass War. Kody slams his tablet down. Then we fight back. How? He doesn't answer. Across town, Christine joins a video interview. A journalist asks, you testified that Kody tried to remortgage the land. Do you stand by that? Christine looks directly into the camera. Absolutely. He gambled everyone's trust. And now the truth's just catching up. The clip hits 1 million views before noon. Public sympathy shifts overnight, and Kody can feel it slipping through his fingers. Later that afternoon, in a conference room filled with tension and stale coffee, TLC executives hold an emergency meeting. The network's lawyer speaks. If this continues, we're legally required to document the hearings. It's no longer just family drama, it's litigation. One producer sighs. It's the best storyline we've ever had. By evening, a new development breaks. The county clerk's office confirms the escrow file was indeed processed, but now frozen under judicial review. Meri reads the update aloud. They're freezing the sale? Janelle nods, weary. We knew they'd try to stop it. When the system tilts against you, defiance becomes survival. That night, Meri drives out to Coyote Pass alone. She steps onto the damp soil, headlights cutting across the empty lots. The stakes marking each parcel are half buried now, weathered by years of waiting. She kneels, running her fingers through the dirt. This was supposed to be home, she whispers. The wind answers with a hollow sound like an echo of old promises. She looks up and freezes. A truck idles at the edge of the lot. Kody steps out, raincoat draped over his shoulders, face hard. "Meri, what are you doing here?" She straightens, voice calm but firm. "Saying goodbye," he scoffs. "You're not selling this land. Not while I'm alive." "Then you better start digging your heels, Kody, because it's already gone." His face twists. "You think you can destroy everything we built?" She stares back, unflinching. "You already did that when you chose her over us." Hurt has a sound. It's the silence after someone stops believing you. The next morning, the courthouse is louder than ever. Protesters line the steps, some waving signs supporting Meri and Janelle, others shouting that families should stay together. Inside, the judge's clerk hands over the results of the preliminary audit. "Your Honor," the clerk says quietly, "there's a discrepancy in the financial log. One of the accounts tied to the land taxes doesn't belong to any of the Browns." Gasps ripple through the room. Robyn whispers, "What does that mean?" Christine leans forward. "It means someone else has been paying those taxes. Someone outside the family." The judge demands clarification. The clerk flips to the last page. "Payments came from an entity labeled CP Holdings LLC, registered last year in Nevada." Meri frowns. "That's not ours." Janelle shakes her head. "Never heard of it." Kody's face drains. Robyn clutches his arm. "Kody, what did you do?" He mutters, barely audible. "It wasn't supposed to show up." The courtroom murmurs grow louder. The judge raises a brow. "Mr. Brown, are you implying you knowingly concealed ownership transfers through a shell company?" Kody snaps, "It's not what it looks like." The truth always looks worse when it's finally visible. Meri's lawyer seizes the moment. "Your Honor, this confirms intent to deceive. My clients acted to protect assets that were already being manipulated." The judge nods gravely. "We'll reconvene tomorrow to review these findings." Court adjourned. Outside, lightning flashes again. Cameras swarm as Kody storms past reporters. Robyn trailing behind, sobbing. Janelle mutters under her breath, "He's trapped himself this time." Meri stays quiet, staring at the courthouse doors closing behind them. That night, an anonymous email arrives in Christine's inbox. Subject line, "You don't know the whole truth." Attached, a single PDF labeled CP Holdings Ownership. She opens it and gasps. The listed managing member isn't Kody. It's Robyn Brown. Christine's hands shake as she whispers, "Oh my God." Sometimes the betrayal you expect comes from someone you least suspect. Christine doesn't sleep that night. She keeps the email open on her laptop, staring at Robyn's name under the words Managing Member, CP Holdings LLC. The desert wind rattles her windows like a warning. At dawn, she drives straight to her lawyer's office, hair still damp, heart pounding. "I need this authenticated," she says, sliding the printout across the desk. The lawyer scans it, eyebrows lifting. "If this is real, Christine, it means Robyn's been the silent owner all along." Christine exhales shakily. "Then tomorrow, we end this." In another part of Flagstaff, Meri and Janelle sit together in silence. The TV hums with morning news, their faces flashing across the screen under the headline, "Coyote Pass Scandal, Sister Wives, Civil War." Janelle mutes the volume. "I didn't think it would go this far," she murmurs. Meri's eyes stay fixed on the photo of Robyn smiling beside Kody. It was always going to end this way. Sometimes truth arrives like sunrise. Slow, blinding, impossible to stop. Court reconvenes. The tension could slice glass. Reporters fill every seat. TLC cameras roll discreetly in the back row. Robyn looks fragile, head bowed, clutching tissues, while Kody's anger barely hides behind his forced calm. Christine steps to the stand, voice trembling but clear. "Your Honor, I've submitted a document verifying that the LLC paying land taxes, CP Holdings, is managed by Robyn Brown." Gasps ripple. Robyn's head snaps up. "That's a lie!" she cries. The judge raises a hand. "Mrs. Brown, you'll have your turn," Christine continues. "These payments began the same month Kody applied for a second mortgage on the mansion. He shifted funds from the family account into CP Holdings, then used it to control Coyote Pass without our knowledge." The courtroom goes silent. Meri's heart hammers. Janelle whispers, "He used her name?" Christine nods. To hide behind her. When love becomes camouflage, even affection feels like betrayal. Robyn bursts into tears. "I didn't know. Kody told me it was for property insurance." "He said it was temporary." Kody glares. "Don't twist this, Robyn. You signed those forms." Her sobs turn sharp. "You said I was protecting the family." You used me! The judge pounds the gavel. Enough! This court will review both testimonies. Reporters scribble frantically. For the first time, Robyn and Kody sit apart. Meri watches, a mix of pity and grim satisfaction swirling in her chest. During recess, Janelle corners Christine in the hallway. Are you sure this will hold up? Christine nods. If that document's verified, it's fraud. The land belongs to us again. Janelle leans back against the wall, tears glinting. Then maybe we finally get to breathe. Inside, Kody's lawyer whispers urgently. You need to claim coercion, Mr. Brown. Say you were misled. Kody snaps. By who? My own wife? Robyn hears him. Her face hardens. You used my name, she says quietly. You used my trust. Every lie burns brighter when love is the fuel. The judge returns. This court has received confirmation from Nevada Business Registry. CP Holdings LLC lists Robyn Brown as managing member. All associated land tax payments were processed through accounts linked to Kody Brown. Meri exhales. Her eyes fill. The judge continues. Therefore, pending further investigation, the sale agreement stands. Escrow may proceed once remaining signatures are verified. A roar of emotion fills the room. Kody slams his hand on the table. You're destroying my family. Janelle stands, shaking. You destroyed it when you turned our home into a business. Robyn breaks down, crying into her hands. Christine quietly gathers her papers, tears sliding down her face. Not of sadness, but of release. Justice doesn't always look peaceful. Sometimes it looks like survival. As the session closes, the judge announces, Final review tomorrow. Be prepared to present financial statements and all correspondence between family members regarding Coyote Pass. Outside, the air is electric. Reporters shout questions. Cameras flash. Meri keeps walking, clutching her bag. Janelle's voice trembles. He'll come after us now. Meri glances over her shoulder. Let him. We've got proof. But later that night, as storm clouds gather again, Kody sits alone in his truck outside the courthouse parking lot, staring at a folder labeled Final Transfer Plan. Inside are 2 unsigned forms, documents that could reroute the sale funds into an anonymous bank account. He hesitates, breathing hard. Then he starts the engine. When a man loses everything, his next move decides whether it's redemption or revenge. As thunder rolls, headlights vanish into the dark desert road, leaving only the echo of rain and the faint glint of papers fluttering on the passenger seat. Rain beats hard against the windshield as Kody drives toward the edge of town. The dashboard clock glows. 11:47 p.m. He keeps glancing at the folder on the passenger seat. Final transfer. Plan. Inside are the forms that could funnel the escrow payout straight into an offshore account. He mutters. They think they've won. His knuckles tighten on the wheel. At a small gas station off the highway, he parks beneath the buzzing light. A man steps out of a black SUV, the same developer who'd met with Meri and Janelle weeks ago. You wanted to meet privately, the man says. Kody nods. The sale can't go through without my consent. I'll sign, if you wire the funds into a trust I control. The developer hesitates. That's illegal, Kody's voice drops. So was cutting me out. Desperation always dresses itself as logic when pride takes over. The next morning, Meri gets a call from the escrow officer. Someone tried to modify the transfer instructions overnight. We flagged it, her breath catches. Someone, you mean Kody? Same account ID we saw in the audit. Meri's stomach twists. He's trying to steal it, she calls Janelle. He made a move, Meri says. He's going for the escrow. Janelle's voice is tight. Then we move faster. At court, the judge announces the financial review results. The attempted transfer was intercepted. Funds remain secure. Kody stares at the bench, face unreadable. Robyn whispers, Please stop, Kody. He doesn't answer. When a man refuses to lose, the damage spreads to everyone who ever loved him. Christine steps forward again. Your Honor, I have one more document. An internal TLC email about appearance fees. It shows who was paid for Coyote Pass storyline episodes. The judge sighs. Proceed, she reads aloud. Kody Brown, $85,000. Robyn Brown, $78,000. Meri Brown, $0. Janelle Brown, $0. The courtroom gasps. Janelle whispers, He got paid to ruin us. Meri feels her pulse hammering. And we built it with nothing. The judge narrows his eyes. Mr. Brown, did you withhold these funds from the shared trust? Kody's lawyer interjects. That's beyond the scope. No, the judge snaps. It shows pattern and intent. Greed isn't about money, it's about control. Outside, the crowd is louder than ever. Commentators stream live updates. Hashtags trend within minutes. Christine tells reporters, this isn't just about land. It's about years of silence. Meri, beside her, adds softly, and today, we broke it. Inside, Kody sits alone, rubbing his temples. The courtroom empties. Robyn approaches slowly. You lied to me, she says. He looks up, tired. I lied for you. She shakes her head. No, you lied for yourself. He doesn't stop her when she walks out. The echo of her heels fades down the marble hall. Every empire falls quietly before it collapses loudly. Later that night, Meri and Janelle meet at Christine's place. Piles of documents cover the kitchen table. Escrow statements, audit reports, tax ledgers. Janelle's voice trembles. Tomorrow the judge decides if we can finalize the sale. Christine pours coffee. And if he sides with you, Kody's finished. Meri glances toward the window, the desert moon glowing pale. I don't want revenge, she says. I just want peace. Christine smiles sadly. Peace has to be paid for, Meri, and we've already paid enough. The phone buzzes. Unknown number, Meri answers. A distorted male voice. Stop the sale, or you'll regret it. The line clicks dead. When the threats start coming, you know the truth's finally close. Janelle stares, horrified. Was that Kody? Meri shakes her head slowly. No, someone else. The camera of imagination pans out over the desert. Coyote Pass shimmering under moonlight. The land silent yet charged, like it's holding its breath for what tomorrow will bring. Morning light spills over Flagstaff like a warning. The courthouse looms against the pale sky, reporters already crowding the steps. Every major outlet now calls it the Sister Wives Trial. Meri steps out of her car wearing dark green. Calm on the surface, fire underneath. Beside her, Janelle clutches a folder of receipts and texts, proof of everything they sacrificed. Christine walks behind them, expression unreadable, like someone who's seen the ending before it's even begun. Inside, the courtroom hums with whispers. Robyn's already there, pale and tense, clutching tissues she hasn't yet used. Kody sits 2 seats away, arms crossed, eyes cold, like he's decided to stop pretending. The judge enters. Court is now in session. The air freezes. Janelle's lawyer begins. Your Honor, we've discovered an additional party interfering in this case. A series of anonymous messages were sent to my clients last night, warning them to stop the sale. The judge frowns. Have you traced the source? Preliminary data suggests the messages came from a TLC production server. The audience gasps. Cameras flash. Robyn's head jerks up. From TLC? What does that mean? When the truth gets too big for a family, it always finds another stage. The lawyer continues. This indicates that someone within the network may have access to private case information, possibly even manipulating the narrative for entertainment. The judge nods slowly. You're implying the show's producers influenced legal matters? Not implying, Your Honor. We have evidence. Christine rises, holding up her phone. This was sent to me by a producer last month. She scrolls through texts. They told me to hold emotional details until cameras were rolling. They knew about the escrow before we filed. The courtroom erupts. Kody slams his hand on the table. That's not true. They don't control me. Christine looks at him coldly. Then why does every move you make end up in their script? Reality TV was never supposed to look this real. The judge calls for order. This court will not be manipulated by external media. I'm issuing a gag order effective immediately. But the damage is already done. Reporters outside are live streaming the chaos. During recess, Meri stands in the hallway, breathing through the pressure in her chest. They're using us like props, she whispers. Janelle nods. And Kody gave them the script. Back inside, Robyn takes the stand, trembling. Mrs. Brown, the judge says, did you know about CP Holdings before yesterday's revelation? Tears stream down her cheeks. No, Your Honor, I didn't. Kody told me it was a family business account. He said it was for the kids. Kody clenches his fists. You're not going to blame me for this? Robyn's tone hardens. You used my name. You used my credit. You dragged me into fraud. Betrayal hurts most when it finally finds its voice. The judge asks, Mr. Brown, do you wish to respond? Kody stands. Everything I did for my family. They left me, not the other way around. Janelle's voice breaks from the back. We didn't leave, Kody. You closed every door behind us. A hush falls. Even Robyn stops crying. The judge exhales slowly. This isn't about love anymore. It's about law. He flips through pages. The evidence of fraud, shell entities, and diverted payments is substantial. However, there remains a question. Who authorized the producer access to these documents? Christine looks toward the back. Ask him. Everyone turns. A man in a gray suit steps forward. The same developer who first approached Meri and Janelle. Only now, he's not carrying real estate files. He flashes an ID. TLC Legal Affairs Division, he says. I was hired to facilitate property negotiations on behalf of the network. Meri's voice shakes. You mean TLC was part of this sale? He nods. The network wanted to own the Coyote Pass rights outright. It was going to be the season 21 finale. The courtroom gasps again. Kody's face collapses. You used me? He shouts.